y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Robin, and I'm not quite sure what order I'm putting up videos, but if you see this shirt, mind your business. I'm bulk filming. I felt inspired to film, and so here we are. So I'm gonna do a bunch. But this video in particular is about catching up on my goals, seeing where I am with my reading. It's half of the year already. Where has the year gone? I don't know. Where have I been? That's a good question. But today we're gonna focus on some goals that I kind of set for myself in the beginning of the year. I didn't really set too many, but I did set some things that I wanted to accomplish. Are those goals? Would those be goals? Whatever. We are gonna talk about it, see where I am, see where I'm going, see if I'm doing well. We'll find out together. If you guys can hear that music in the background, my neighbor also thought it was a great time to pretend he was a SoundCloud rapper while I was filming. So that's fun. So at the beginning of the year, I did the January tag video and I talked about 3 of my goals for the year. And one of those goals was my overall reading goal for the year. I feel like everyone sets a reading goal that they're trying to get to. And so I decided that I was going to try to get to 90. And then somewhere around April, May, I started thinking I wanted to pull that back. And so I did, because I just felt like I wasn't enjoying what I was reading. I was just speeding through everything. So I scaled it back to 75. According to my Storygraph and my Goodreads, which both happen to be equal, which I mean, obviously they should be because I put in the same information, but sometimes things just don't equal out right. But according to both of them, I have read 44 books this year. And so that means I'm ahead by 3 books for my goal, which means that I'm on track to get 75. My second goal that I said was that I wanted to read 12 nonfiction books in the year. That's 1 per month. Currently, I'm at 5.5. So I've read 5 nonfiction books for sure. But I was reading one and then I DNF'd it. Do I count that towards my nonfiction goal or do I not? Do I have to have a completed nonfiction book or did I just need to pick it up? I mean, I guess technically this is my goal, right? So I get to make the rules. I'm gonna count it. I picked it up, I gave it a go. It didn't work for me at the moment. So I'm gonna say I read 6. I've read 6 nonfiction books so far, which means that I'm on par to read 12 for the year. I can definitely read 6 more in the next upcoming months. And then a third goal that I said I wanted to do was complete 5 series. And so I actually made a video called 22 series I want to read in 2022. And there's a ton of series in there. I mean, not a ton, there's 22. But out of those, I have actually read 3 that I said I wanted to complete. 1 that I said I wanted to start. I hadn't even picked up the first book and I finished the whole series. So I've completed 4 series. So I have 1 more before I reach that goal. And I'm definitely going to reach that because I'm in the middle of reading Vengeful right now. So if I finish that, then that will have completed a series for me, because even though there's talks of a 3rd book, I don't believe it. It's a duology for me. And then I also have 1 book left in Mistborn Era 1. So I'm definitely going to pick that up soon, hopefully in the next book or 2. But yeah, those will be completed. So 5 series down. Now, will I have completed all of the series that I wanted to complete this year? I don't know. I'm still working my way through Philippa Gregory's Plantagenet series, Tudor series. Plantagenet and Tudor series? I don't know. I haven't picked up one of those books in a while. As much as I love Henry VIII's messiness, I'm just not feeling it right now. I also feel like it's more of an autumn-y feel for me. So maybe once the weather cools down, I'll feel like I should go read about some beheaded wives. But the 4 series that I have completed so far are Arc of a Scythe by Neil Shusterman, The Green Bone Saga by Fonda Lee, Broken Earth Trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. That one surprised me because I did not think I was going to finish it. I really, really loved the 5th season. But in my mind, I was just like, you're not going to pick this back up. And I did. Books 2 and 3. I was really into it. And then the series that I started and completed was The Poppy War by Arv Kwong. I went through those like super fast in the beginning of the year because I needed to know what was going on. I needed to know what was happening, how this was going to end. Tragedy. Hurt feelings. And then there were like 2 other kind of things that I wanted to accomplish. I always want to say that I'm going to read 2 presidential biographies in the year. And this year, I haven't even touched one. But I think that was because I was going chronologically. That was my mistake because I just kept reading about the same events happening over and over and over. I mean, different perspectives, sure, but same events. And I mean, basically the same people, you know what I mean? Old white men. So someone, I can't remember who, said like, maybe you should just randomly choose a president to read from. And great idea. So I made this little presidential jar. All the presidents I haven't read yet are in this little jar. And so why don't I just pick one now and like see who I get? Oh my God, if I get a founding father, pissed. Okay, so we're in here, we are in here. I can't see anything. God, I hope I don't get like mad. No, Madison shouldn't be in here. I gave up on him. I don't know if you can see this. Mind your business about my nails. They need to get done. But that says James A. Garfield. So we've moved on from the Founding Fathers. I'm going to give old Jimmy a try here. Hopefully it'll propel me back into like wanting to get back to the presidents. Or not. And then last of the things that I wanted to do, there were 14 books that I said I needed to read before the end of the year. And if I did not read them, then they were being unhauled. And that's because I've had them for like more than 5 years. And at this point, if I have not read it, did I really want to read it? Maybe. So I made those books priority reads, kind of. So how am I doing with those 14 books? Well, I've unhauled 4 of them. I just realized I either didn't want to read them or I didn't want to read them. That was really it. One was like a YA contemporary, and I just felt like I'm not in a YA contemporary kind of space anymore. The other were 2 like political books that I wasn't really interested in reading anymore. And then one was a second book of an author that I did not enjoy reading from the first time. So why keep it? And if I want to read any of those books, I can always get them from my library or something. But they are gone, toodaloo. And then one book I did try to read at the beginning of the year. I think that was Slumdog Millionaire, and I ended up DNFing that. It just wasn't in the headspace for it at that time, so I DNF'd that. And then I've read 2 so far, so I have made my way through half of this list, and I've only read 2 of those books. 3 of those books of the 7 that I have not read so far, I'm saving until like October, November, because it's giving like scary, spooky, I want to be frightened. So I'm saving those. And then the other 4, I don't know. We're going to get it done. We're going to read them. And if I don't, come December, they're out. They are going to be unhauled and given away. So yeah. Oh, you know what? There was one goal that I wanted to get to 90 books on my unread shelf. And if you follow my bookends, you know, we're nowhere near 90. it's like one of those goals that if we ever get to it, we're really gonna celebrate. But that is not today. I wonder if I can read 20, 30, if I can read 30 books off of my shelf. But that would mean that I couldn't buy any books. We'll see. We will see. Maybe I'll just make the rest of the year only books from my shelves. And if I average like 5 books a month, 5 by 6 is 30. And listen, y'all, I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a mathematist. We'll see. We'll see what we do. But those are all of my goals. That's everything that I have for you guys. I hope you enjoy going and checking in with my goals. How are you guys doing with your goals? I hope you guys are all smashing those goals, kicking names, taking ass. That's not it. Do not take ass. But let's talk about what your goals are. Let's talk about whether you're achieving them or not. And until next time, bye.